3, 2, 1. Do the thing.
Oh, I'm Eternity. I'm from Wookiee the Rosebuds, and Felicity is directing today because we're baking today.
She's baking.
I'm baking today, and we're Mexican, so we're making Hojarascas today.
Woo.
It kind of worked out because I told my teacher I would bring Hojarascas tomorrow and kind of forgot, and we didn't know what to do for the video today, so we thought we'd kill several birds with one stone. So here we are. Nerdy nummies, I'm coming for your wig. So here's the ingredients that we have for the Hojarascas. We have our flour, our baking powder, cinnamon and sugar to coat them, lard because Mexican dishes, sugar over here, and an egg, and cinnamon, and I'm gonna start putting all the ingredients together. So what we're first gonna do is pulse up the sugar. Market Pantry because we po. We're gonna mix up the sugar and the cinnamon in a blender to make it super fine, and I'll check back in when that's done.
Wow, is it smoking?
What? I'm going off the grid. I'm doing what the recipe doesn't say. I phrased that weird. So what I'm actually gonna do, because I said to do the cinnamon and sugar and then add like the egg and the shortening and stuff, I'm just gonna mix up the shortening and the egg and the baking powder now.
Strength.
Use your glutes.
It's recording everything.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Don't mess up.
So this is the egg, lard, and baking powder mixture. Yum.
So, what inspired you, aside from having to make these?
This is a cookie that I grew up with because my grandma, she makes the best ones. I didn't ask her for her recipe though. I kind of went OTG, went
Like
off the
a
grid
fool.
there. I'm trying to really get in touch with my my roots. I'm gonna add the cinnamon and sugar now, which I blended up so that it was super fine and easy to mix into this egg and lard mixture because it's super thick. And
She thick?
She thick. And the only wet ingredients are the lard and the egg. So you don't ever want to add like too much dry or anything that's super clumpy, because then it won't mix in right. We gotta jump it.
We gotta jump it.
You always want to scrape down your bowl.
Oh, let's fix this. Let's get some lighting up in here, am I right? Wow.
I think Jordan Peele would be proud of the way you're directing this.
You think so?
We're just extremely disappointed that people do this in their spare time.
Um.
So I'm gonna mix it once more.
Oh, lame. Oh. It looks really creamy. You know what it looks like? It looks like that Texas Roadhouse butter for buns.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What do you think it would taste like?
No.
You don't think that?
Try it.
It doesn't. Oh, no.
This is like a cup of lard. This is a horrid baking video. I didn't say what any of the measurements were. I'll put the link to this recipe in the description. So now we are going to gradually add 3 cups of flour. It's going very hard to mix very quickly.
Aside from the food, Eternity, what would be something you appreciate about Mexican culture?
I really love that family is a really big value in Mexican culture. I really love that. I love being Mexican. And I wish I could speak Spanish, yeah.
Do you have anything in Spanish you could say right now to the fans, all of our Spanish-speaking viewers?
Ah, you're putting me on the spot.
Hi, family. We miss you.
Ooh, I don't remember how to say I miss you in Spanish.
Wow.
Ah! Hola, nuestra familia. I don't want to speak Spanish on camera. This is a super crumbly dough. Oh my goodness.
What is your least favorite Spanish dish?
I've never had menudo, but I don't think I'll try it. Yeah, it doesn't sound great, I gotta be honest. I like fideo, enchiladas, tamales, but probably never do a menudo. Ooh, the smell wafting from the oven definitely smells like hojarascas. All right, this dough has come together. Now we just gotta bake it.
Shape it and bake it.
Shape and bake.
We're filming. We're live.
We're live? Good.
We're
'Cause
live.
I was already starting to roll it out. So the dough has been put together, and now we are just gonna roll it out. It's a pretty crumbly dough. That's actually what short means. Oh, like a shortbread. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It means it was like the original way to refer to something that was crumbly. Fun history lesson. Hojarascas are named after like leaves that have fallen on the ground. And like when you step on them, like they crunch.
No way.
That's what this comes from, is because they're meant to be super crumbly and crunchy. They're meant to sort of fall apart like a leaf would in like the fall. So it's all rolled out and I think it's pretty even. And so now I am going to use the toothpick lid, because we don't have any cookie cutters, and start getting them on the baking tray.
Wow.
We actually made another batch of hojarascas a little earlier, and it was a different recipe, so we're kind of doing a little like recipe showdown here, because I wanted to see which one tasted the most authentic. Now, I have yet to see what these taste like, but these that we just made taste
Pretty
great.
Pretty
Like
good.
they're the real deal. So I don't know. We'll see if this one is any better. This one was a pretty different recipe. There was a lot more flour, there was an egg, and there was the addition of a chemical leavener. It actually had baking powder. The other recipe did not have any sort of leavener. So we'll just, we'll see. So there's a lot of differences in these recipes, so I'm eager to see like which one ends up coming out on top.
You want to be
On top? I was just doing it! Man, to be Tyra Banks, what is it like?
To be attractive. What is that? It's a
What
wonder.
would that even look like? Flour up in her.
Get some flour.
Flour up in her.
So you, I'm assuming you watched ahead on True Blood.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure you did. This morning I woke up and I was like, I gotta catch up. And so he was like, Sam, you need to watch over Suke for me. Because she's like, no one will find me here. She's like, oh, hey, Duke, or whatever the dog's name is. Let's hang out here till I can get you back to Sam. But when Sam's asleep, his shape-shifting wears off. He's like, Duke, get off my legs. You've been recording this entire time?
Yeah.
Sis.
I know, but there were some chunks where you were quiet and they were money shots.
Ah, so we can just add those with like music behind.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Okay, so I took the hojarascas out of the oven. This is what they look like. They didn't plump up very much, but they plumped up more than the last cookies because these actually had an egg in them. So, and an egg is a leavener. And baking powder, yeah. So they definitely did a little bit more of a plump up. And so now I'm just taking them like right out of the oven. They literally just came out and just going straight into the cinnamon and sugar. That way it sticks on. I did a really great job. I have yet to bake all of those. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy cookie.
And they just bake for how long?
So the first recipe baked for 20 minutes. This recipe only needs about 15 to 16. If you look at the recipe online, it's like 12 to 15, but high altitude you usually have to bake either at a higher temperature or just bake it for longer.
And that's the scoop.
With Wookiee the Rosebuds, I was gonna try and make something that rhymed, and then I was like, nope, it's not there. It's me. I know you weren't really in this video that much. Say hi.
Hi.
Can you see? I just gotta focus on your face. Oh, how pretty. Mira que bonita. Oh, no. Dad, you're on camera.
What's up?
Can you try one of my cookies and tell me if they're good?
Sure.
Oh.
That's delicious. I love it. Next.
Is this where we get our confidence in front of a camera from?
I love it.
Well, there you have it, folks. So, this is Felicity
And Eternity.
signing off.